Yeah, well, you got to realize this.
All right, this is part 2 of our interview with Adrian Berkeley. Say your name in English. We're going to read a short protocol here, and we're going to finish on with Adrian's story. And then we're going to go into something called the towel patch. He'll explain more to you what the towel patch does, but it helps people with MS, especially to gain a little bit more function. I'll let him explain how it boosts your signal. We'll get into that. First, I'm going to read a little disclaimer here. This interview is about our own experiences while on the point protocol, and I should throw in there and why using the towel patch. Because it's our own personal experience, you must realize these are our results. We're not doctors. We're not recommending your choice of treatment. Protocols and methods of treating MS can vary as well as results. And for this reason, we strongly recommend using a licensed medical professional. All right, Adrian, let's continue on.
So what I was saying was that I started the protocol in 2016, at the end of 2016. By middle of 2017, I had put my MS into remission, and I've never had another MS symptom attack since then. But
was that about 2 years?
No, it's 2017, so it's now 2022. So it was 5 years.
No, I mean, when you put it in remission, how long total was you on the protocol?
Well, that was less than 6 months.
Oh, that was fast.
Yes. Yes, but I was on very high dosage of vitamin D3 under my practitioner, of course, and doctors doing regular tests. So one thing you've got to realize is that although you can put your MS into remission with the protocol, sometimes it's not what you need. So what happened to me was that I slowly, my body slowly shut down and stopped working well, such that I very quickly found myself back on using a stick, and then using 2 sticks, and then using a walker. And I had terrible emotional stress in my life as well. And I'm certain that was most of the problem.
Let me interject something there. What he's saying is just because you fix your MS, your muscles don't automatically go back to working. Your problems are still going to be there. You're just fixing your MS. If you had problems before, you're going to have problems after. This is what I tell people all the time. If you were a horse's ass before you were on the protocol, you're probably going to be one after you get better. But that has nothing to do with it. But anyway, he's going to go into a little bit about his muscles, and that's very, I want you people to pay attention. It's very important to maintain your muscle strength. Go ahead, Adrian. Sorry, I interrupted you there.
So generally, you're taught to exercise, and that building up your muscles with exercise will improve your quality of life. Now, as far as I'm concerned, exercise is a 4-letter word, and I'm just too lazy to exercise at all. If I can get up in the morning, that's my exercise for the day, and that's good enough for me. So I got worse and worse, and by 2019, I was in a wheelchair full-time. So I was in a power chair full-time, or I was in bed, simple as that. My girlfriend at that time introduced me to Towel Patch, having seen the advert on Facebook. I watched the adverts and said, yeah, right, okay, that's very, very interesting. That's not the way MS works, and that can't work. And I had the strength of character to give it a go. I had the money, basically, to give it a go. And I purchased the start product, the base product, and gave it a go. Possibly because I had put my MS into remission, or possibly because I was already drinking 2.5 litres on the protocol, but I had instant success with Tau patch.
And you have videos to back that up still? I've seen the videos, people. They're incredible.
Yes, yes. By instant success, I'm talking about within 15 minutes, I regained my balance. I regained some strength. I was able to walk around inside without any loss of balance at all, not having to touch the back of chairs or touch the wall or whatever. We all know how we walk along the wall or walk around, going from piece of furniture to piece of furniture. No, I didn't need any of that. So within the 15 minutes, I was good to go. And I took videos at that time of before and after, so everybody can see how the effect it had. And I remember sending these videos to my MS nurse, my doctor, my neurologist, and my osteopath. And they came up with some interesting answers. My MS nurse was delighted and very interested and came round to see me and took all the details, etc., etc. My general doctor was like, "That's wonderful for you. We'll keep on testing you." My neurologist was, "That's the most incredible thing I've seen, but we won't talk about this again." Basically, because Tau patch is not part of Big Pharma, and it breaches their contracts to discuss anything that's not part of Big Pharma. And my osteopath was, "That's incredible. Obviously, it's not a placebo effect because it's had physical changes to your body, mechanical changes to your skeleton, which I can see. And therefore, yeah, that's great. Keep on with it." So I had a fantastic journey with Tau patch. I then became an ambassador for Tau patch, not with a financial interest, unfortunately, but effectively I assist other persons with neurological damage, talking about MS, motor neurons disease, stroke, Parkinson's, even things like ataxia, autism, special educational needs, everything. And the uses of Tau patch were just ginormous, what it does. Basically, it is a combination of light therapy and acupuncture. And as MS patients, most of us have been to have one or other of those, and we've been sent to an acupuncturist to see how it helps us. And in general terms, it did. It does help you, and you feel much better whilst you're in the acupuncture chair. But then by the time you get home again, all the pain comes back. It's all as bad as it was before. Now, what Tau patch does is it combines acupuncture and light therapy and provides it to your body 24 hours a day. So the benefits you receive in the chair, you continue to receive for the day as it goes on. So yeah, that was wonderful for me, and I've never looked back. In the 3 years I've been using it, I've never touched my wheelchairs since starting it, which was incredible. Now I go out without even a stick with me. My walking is I still walk like a duck, so it still doesn't look pretty, but I can walk, but distance is challenging. I can't walk comfortably more than 100, 200 yards. But that's probably because I'm too lazy to do exercise and benefit from it. So there we go. So yeah, as far as towel patch is concerned, all it is an amplifier. It sits on your nervous system and amplifies the signal between your brain and your body. Now, again, we seem to have a lot of mistaken understanding of what MS is. We're taught from 40 years ago that we can see MS on an MRI. We can see that you've got lesions with the MRI. We can see that all the energy is leaking out of your nerves at these lesions, and that is why, for instance, you've got foot drop. And that's not going to come back, and you're not going to improve that foot because the lesion has been filled by your autoimmune system, and that is what causes the problem for MS. Okay, that all sounded plausible at the time, but now with towel patch, maybe that's not the full story. Because when we apply towel patch to the body in the correct way, and you drink the water in the correct way, your foot drop disappears immediately. Now, if it's blocked, how can the signal get through? So there's something else going on.
To me, that just goes to show that the signal can, it might be hampered by the lesion, but the signal can still get through. And I think that it depends on the severity of your I mean, scar tissue is harder to get through than just damaged tissue. And that's why I believe that for me, see, I did the towel patch and it helped some, but I didn't have the dramatic results that Adrian had. And I totally believe in it, but I believe in what he's saying, but I think there has to be the body's ability to make a signal. In order for you to amplify the signal, you've got to be able to have the means of getting there, you know. There can't be a roadblock. And I just think in my case, I have an old case, a very severe case, that the signal is not able to get there or something, because there are other things on the market that amplify your signal, whether it be the Vox socks or something else. Anyway, but that's my opinion. Go ahead, Adrian.
Very simply, everybody has a different body and different reactions. So the way towel patch works is it gives a 90-day money-back guarantee. So if you're for any reason you're not happy, and let me tell you, there are many people who return it with a most very, very strange result. They return it and say, "These work. I feel better with them, but I am the disabled person in my house. I don't want to feel better. I'm returning these because I don't want to feel better." And we give
people, Adrian said something there I want to reiterate. He's not getting rich. He's not making money off these patches. He promotes them because they worked for him. He had dramatic results. I've seen them. And so that's why he promotes them. He believes in them. Go ahead, Adrian.
Yes, I don't get paid anything at all. I only receive $100 per month for my expenses. That's all. But no, it is simply a matter. All we want to do, all towel patch NA want to do, is bring this to the general public to try. And if it makes your life better, that's wonderful. But if we don't put this out there, and we're talking about the price of a cup of coffee a month. This is nothing with what I've spent on the protocol and what I've spent with different protocol doctors, etc. This is nothing, and it's guaranteed. You get your money back if it doesn't work for you. So in terms of what it has done for me, one thing that's really unusual it did for me, I say unusual in that I wasn't expecting it, but it's usual in how it works. I used to have been in a lot of pain with my MS. I mentioned to you the being stabbed in the back of my shoulder, my left shoulder, and it was terrible. And although it went away with stopping the progression of the MS, it did seep back into my day-to-day life. But in the UK, what they do is every 6 months, the GP sends you a list of your prescriptions that you're on, and he tries to encourage you to come off some of those prescriptions. When I received my prescription list from the GP, I went to look, and I had pain relievers from ibuprofen through tramadol, gabapentin, going right up to morphine and oxycontin. So I was a heavy pain relief medicated person, which probably had a lot to do with the breakdown of my relationships as well. When I looked at my stocks to see what I had used, I found that 99.9% of my stocks were still there. So suddenly I was without pain. That's not saying that there is no pain at all. There is a little bit of pain, but it is nothing compared to what I've had to deal with in my MS journey. So I describe myself as being totally out of pain now. You're not going to know whether it works for you. Just give it a go. Suck it and see.
You know, that's all. You know, when I remember whenever I challenged somebody to do the protocol, I'm like, you know, you're headed towards a wheelchair. You're not getting better. You're going downhill fast. Try it. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't, great. I tried the towel patch. It did improve some things for me, but like I said, I didn't have the dramatic results. But I wholeheartedly believe in it because I've seen the results in Adrian's life. You spell that TAO patch. And if you want to learn more about them, can you pull them up on the internet? How do they do that, Adrian?
Yes, the internet site is towelpatch.co. The manufacturer's site is towelpatch.com. And that is aimed slightly differently, but the towelpatch.co is aimed at MS and other neurological diseases. So yes, by all means.
It's been quite a journey for you, but this is hope to people that
absolutely
you had MS for.
It's not going to cure your MS. It's not going to. It's not. It's like John's glasses that he's wearing now. They don't fix his eyesight. They don't make his eyes better. They don't stop his eyes from getting worse. Yes. They are a body enhancement device. That's what towel patch is. This is a body enhancement device. It enhances the body so much.
Good analogy. Good analogy. Well, Adrian, thank you. Stay in touch, and I always usually tell people, hey, Adrian, be happy to talk to you, but Adrian's a busy guy with this style patch. Appreciate you going on the Coimbra Protocol page. This interview will be available on the Coimbra Protocol North America page and the other Coimbra page. Multiple sclerosis, there is hope, the Coimbra Protocol. Like I said, Adrian has had MS over 30 years. But he has a good life now, people. I talk to Adrian all the time. He smiles, he's happy, and he's just like me. I'm so happy I don't have to deal with MS anymore. Maybe I've got old symptoms, but I know Adrian can attest to this. When his eyes comes open in the morning, he's happy, and that he doesn't sit there and think, well, you know, what MS symptom am I going to experience today? Because you don't think about it anymore. Adrian, thanks a lot, buddy. I really appreciate it.
Everybody be well.
All right. Take
Thank
care.
you.